Hello y'all, this is Total War Warhammer 3, and with that said, this video is to act as part 1 of my Immortal Empire's Reikland campaign. So here is Reikland, so to speak. It's led by Karl Franz, its legendary lord, and it's part of the Empire of Man race. And let's look at the lord details in the map, then the lore. I am going to spend a good amount of time here just to get an introduction completed. And so for faction effects, we have the starting army of some great swords, handgunners, Reiksguard, mortars, swordsmen, and halberdiers. So quite a versatile army. Not much, well, there is some cavalry there, but it's quite versatile. And as for faction effects, diplomatic relations plus 10 with the Empire, lord recruit rank plus 2, campaign movement range plus 10%, that's for all armies. And as for lord effects, upkeep minus 25% for Reiksguard and great sword units, lord's army, and leadership plus is 8. So how to say, Karl Franz loves his Reiksguard and his great swords. And as for the map, we control just Altdorf, I believe. Well, Altdorf is the capital of Reikland. And in the lore of Warhammer Fantasy, Karl Franz is a lore character. I think he was just elected to be emperor, so he will control all of the Empire of Man, but he doesn't here. And that's, I imagine, for gameplay reasons, balancing purposes. And as for lore, let's go to that now. Emperor Karl Franz. The Emperor is Karl Franz, Prince of Altdorf, and Elector Count of Reikland. Karl Franz is said to be the greatest statesman the old world has ever seen. He is also a military genius and a valiant general. The Emperor frequently takes personal command of his soldiers, wielding Galmaraz, the fabled hammer of Sigmar, like the warrior god of old, smiting enemies of the Empire with every blow. Karl Franz often rides to battle on the back of Deathclaw, reputed to be the mightiest imperial griffin that ever lived. A powerful bond exists between the beast and its master, one forged in countless battles and many adventures. During the Battle of Blood Keep, Deathclaw stood over the prone form of the wounded emperor for 3 hours, slaying any who came near until the Reiksguard could hack a path to their fallen lord. And that's quite the bond there he has with his griffin. And now for the Empire itself, what's some lore on that? Lying at the heart of the old world, the Empire is the greatest and most powerful of all the kingdoms forged by men, but it is a realm in constant turmoil, both from enemies without and strife from within, as rival elector counts vie for the throne, rather fighting between themselves or the many exterior invaders. The greatest nation of man can muster a formidable army of disciplined warriors, magic, steam-powered wonders, and menageries of fantastical beasts. Now the twin-tailed comet blazes across the sky once again, and a new emperor has been crowned, surely an omen that the time has come to unite the Empire, secure its borders, and bring prosperity to its beleaguered citizens. And as for some mechanics the Empire has, in general, we have imperial authority, develop authority within the Empire by engaging in internal politics and quelling problems to enforce consideration, vassalage, or war. Summon the elector counts, secure the fealty of the Empire's lords to govern or take over by force, assigning new, more loyal elector counts. And as for our unit roster, it is well rounded with a wide range of magical lores and war machines. So overall, the Empire seems to be a jack of all trades and a master of none. And can we see our unit in spell browser? Okay, there we go. So here we are. We have tons of heroes, all of our lords and units, a big variety of troops here. But with that said, let's go ahead and start this campaign. We are on the campaign map now, and Karl Franz just said, now is the time, men of the Empire, to unite. And here's some notification about Immortal Empires being in beta, so that's nice. Let's go to Altdorf now, our capital, our only city really. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and upgrade it from a hamlet to a village, and this is going to allow us to get a bigger garrison and also provide us with more income, perhaps. I think it also, does it give us, what does it give us? I don't know. Whatever, we're going to just upgrade to a village, and I need to, I'm going to have to go ahead and fight these go ahead and fight these Empire Secessionists. Sorry if I'm pausing for like a few seconds, I'm just making sure I don't have like stuttering issues with my computer when I select a unit. So we're going to face the Empire Secessionists over here, and they are our enemy at this time. And let's go to our technology. Do that first. And we're going to just go ahead and do state troop standards. And as regiments gain renown, their standards become talismans that are just as important as their sword arms. And what this will do is grant higher leadership and speed to infantry units, and that will take 5 turns. Now, let's go to diplomacy. That will be fun. Go to, well, objectives. I'm aiming to do the short campaign victory, so we gotta destroy the Empire Secessionist, the Barrow Legion, which are up here to the northwest, I think. Northwest, and Sylvania, who is to the east. And they are over here. Where are they? Gotta keep going. They're way over here. Down south. I think they're in this general region. I'm looking at it now. And that's our plan there. That's our objective. We also need to capture, say, occupy, loot, raise, or sack 30 different settlements. So that's quite the challenge. And at this point, let's go to diplomacy. Go to diplomacy. And we are at war with, who else are we at war with? We're at war with the war herd of the One Eye, as well as the Empire Secessionist, which we already know that. And we are trading with Karak-Zilflin. They are a dwarven faction, and Karak-Norn. What can I do about my neighbors? Talbagland likes us, apparently. So attitude, sort by attitude, Talbagland, talk to them. And what do they have here? They're like in the central part of the Empire of Man. So let's get a trade agreement with them, and perhaps a non-aggression pact. Would they say yes to this? I hope. Balance offer. They want payments. Huh. Okay. Say yes. Well, non-aggression pact, trade agreement, and it'll give us some money. That's good. So that's Helmut the Führerbach dealt with. Now let's go to another one of our neighbors in the Empire. Talk to Wissenland here to the south. And what are they going to say? The Empire Secessionists have a lot more territory than I thought. Wow. So talk to them. Non-aggression pact. I don't know what they're going to say there. Get a trade agreement at the very least. Would they say no to this? Non-aggression pact? What do they say? Okay, never mind. Is this not going to work? Can I not do it? You can only propose a deal if the recipient has a positive opinion about it. Okay, so they don't have a positive opinion of any of this. Non-aggression pact, at the very least. Balance offer. I'm fine, I'll pay you 35 gold, or whatever the currency is. So I'm trying to get them to like us. And go to Talbagland for now. No, they like us already. We just made a deal with them. Stirland. We'll give them... Nordland's going to like us more. Make a non-aggression pact with them. What would they say? Non-aggression pact. Yes, balance offer. That's an exorbitant amount of money. I'm not going to give you that. 35 was enough earlier, so let's go now to Stirland, who doesn't like it. They like us more than, I guess, Nordland. Initiate diplomacy, non-aggression pact, and they will approve this. So propose that offer. So we have 3 non-aggression pacts set up and 1 trade agreement. So now let's go face the Empire Secessionists down here, led by, who is this? This is this guy here. Just destroy their army in the field. I could easily auto-resolve this. It would be a decisive victory, but I'm not going to do that. So let's go ahead and go and fight them on the battlefield. Here we are, and we have our units all set up. I'm not going to change this formation much. Just let me move our ranged units forward. I believe all the Empire Secessionists have in this battle is they have crossbowmen for range, but as for like handgunners and stuff like that, they do not have those. They have swordsmen and spearmen and some generic Lord Guide General of the Empire. It should be easy pickings for Karl Franz. Here we're going to have fight in the field, so start the battle now. Go ahead, and we have the trumpet sounding, send in the mortar now. And we have the mortar going out now. I have some tooltips popping up. Don't worry too much about those. Bring out the Reichsguard. Here's at the Reichsguard. Yeah, shock cavalry. Bring them on the flanks. Bring forth the hand. The gunners are going to go out. I can see the mortars landing successfully. put these guys in skirmish mode. I think it's already toggled by default. Let me form an army group with these basic units. I should have formed an army group. That was a mistake. Well, not guard mode. That's a mistake there, too. There we go. Group. Move group 1 forward. And the handgunners are, in fact, firing. They're getting shot back, of course, but they're doing some damage, I hope. Fire again, please. One more volley. I need another volley. Fire more. Come on, guys. There we go. You're just destroying those guys there. The crossbowmen are doing stuff. They are counter-firing at us. Concentrate fire on that mortar, please. And what in the world? Oh, they're moving some men to engage the Reiksguard on that hill. Have them retreat. And we're just shooting at those units there. How's that mortar doing? Are they firing? They should be, yeah. Let's check on those crossbowmen who should be on the receiving end of that wonderful explosion very soon. Okay, there's the mortar. It missed. And please don't miss this time. Fire another round. We're going to have to charge into a melee. Yeah, we got to charge. I can't just wait there. And let's just bring down the full weight of our military there. Where is my cavalry? They are... Oh, they ran up the hill and the enemy didn't bother to chase them too much. Let's move in our cavalry now on these swordsmen from the rear. Actually, no. Chase down the crossbowmen. Karl Franz is in the melee, I believe. He's fighting the enemy lord and his units. Big mess there. Very big mess indeed. And that is just crazy. And I may be having some sound issues. Perhaps. Or not, I don't know. Okay, Karl Franz is having a field day, isn't he? That is crazy. He's just destroying them. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm having some sound issues. I may have to work that out. But whatever. Karl Franz is just destroying these guys. He has an ability, and that will give him... What is this for? Reikland Runefang gives him a buff or something? Do we charge these guys down? Oh, we did charge them down. The other Reiksguard do what they're supposed to do and ran down the crossbowmen of the Empire Secessionists. Those guys are very bad off, aren't they? They are done for. They are destroyed, without a doubt. And they are not coming back from that. So the Empire Secessionists, this is a pretty brutal defeat for them. Those units are going to break eventually. Have the mortar aimed directly at that lord, and have our handgunners aim at the lord also, since they can't really do much else at this time. And we are engaging enemies still in the melee. They haven't broken just yet, which is impressive, but they will soon, I would think. I mean, they're fighting so many units. Guys, stop running after them. Fight the melee. Fight these guys. They're here. Cavalry has ran into the back of the enemy's lines. That should break them. Reiksguard are here now, and we're going to have to charge them in again, possibly. And the enemy general is dead, so the army is breaking. Those units have broken over there. Their army is routing now, and we have our victory for for Reikland. And let's end this battle and take a look at the casualties. And let me see here. Actually, no, forget the casualties. But anyway, let's just hit in battle. This is a decisive victory, and let's head back to the map. That battle honestly went quite well for us. We got some, experience points for Karl Franz, who may or may not have ranked up. I don't know. It said he ranked up. I clicked on his name here underneath the Reikland name or label or whatever, this part of the screen on the left side. And now he's rank 1 again, so I don't know what happened there. And we have a choice here. We also got some loot added to our treasury. And we could take on the captives, execute them, or pardon the captives. Let's decide to take on the captives and replenish our wounded soldiers by going with that choice. And that lord is dead. So now we have some unassigned skill points. And with that we have the option here, like hard to hit. What do I go with? Let's see. Hard to hit, route marcher. Let's just do this, get faster campaign movement range. Do that. And that is done. So at this point, what can we do? We can end our turn. Can I actually get more troops? I am going to have to attack this settlement down here. Is anybody really defending it? Should I have more soldiers? I don't know. I just don't know. We could reach it now and go for it right away. I don't know what's there, though. Let me just raise some soldiers just so I have them available. And so let's go and grab some swordsmen and some spearmen. That's going to be it for all that we can recruit in this turn. And with that said, I'm going to end part 1 of my Immortal Empires Reikland playthrough in Total War Warhammer 3 here. Part 2 will be on its way soon. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe.